The scheme was first suggested to me by one of the line managers from our department, and I thought it would be a really good idea to get involved because it would give me some preparation for my PDA that I was beginning in the start of the year, and also I thought it would be really interesting to get an idea of how people from other departments teach, because in sound production we quite often sit in each other's classes and it's quite a regular thing, so I know how those guys teach, but I thought it would be really good to see how it differs throughout the college and see if there's something new I could pick up from people.
For my PDA, I had to be involved in class observations. I was observed, and I will have to for my TQFE. So I thought it was a great introduction into being observed and what to expect when I actually are officially observed.
I was really keen on getting somebody's input, particularly in one of my NPA classes that I teach on a Friday that I find kind of difficult some days, and I thought it would be good to get somebody else's input and opinion on that.
I was able to write some of my actual essays for my PDA based on that observation and just the actual feeling of the experience.
So I learnt some new techniques from my colleague that was observing me of how to deal with motivation in difficult situations, new things to try the next week during the class, and also I get a bit of reinforcement of that what I was doing in the first place was good and it was right. I was just getting an extra wee push in the right direction.
Certainly points of it that he'd noted down that you just don't think about. So it's things that I would just put into practice anyway, but it was good to hear it from someone else what I was doing.
I think that people should get involved because I personally found the process a lot more interesting than I was expecting. I actually enjoyed it, I thought it was quite fun, but I learnt more about myself and I learned more that I could add to my own teaching, and it really kind of gave me more confidence in what I was already doing.
It was very useful because Neil was one of my peers. It was honest and it was relaxed, and even the language he used was relaxed and informal, and I felt that it was easier to respond to that.
I also found that it was really good when I got the feedback from the person that I was observing that it actually helped them as well, because when I was doing the observation I wasn't sure that what I was saying was going to be relevant, but it turned out it was, and for me to be able to do the same for someone else than what my colleague did for me was amazing.
I was quite fortunate that most of it was positive. In fact, and even the negatives were something that were some beyond my control.
It also gave me time to reflect on what I was doing. It made me really think after the class, which is something we quite often neglect, and it gave me someone else's feedback to incorporate into my own reflection.
I think it opens your eyes and your ears really to what you're doing in the class. You don't get you're not blinkered to anything. It's good. It's really good to hear how you're doing. We give students feedback constantly, and it's nice to hear someone giving you some constructive criticism or complimenting you on your teaching practices.